Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining me again. I am Michael Carr with Simplifymyretirement.life, license 2630482. Please see my disclaimer video for more details. Today's video is going to be about leverage and a little bit about claims paying ability. I'm going to use an example here, so I'll try and give you the assumptions. But again, just for illustrations to show you the mechanism, how things actually work. It depends on your age. If it's insurance, it also depends on your health. And obviously any payout amounts would depend on the amount of money you put in. So a lot of my videos, a lot of the talks I have with people in their homes, all over my radio programs, I talk about leverage. It's a very important part of the insurance side of investments and retirement planning, especially because the leverage is guaranteed. These are contractual products that I'm talking about. And the contractual products are based on the claims paying ability of the companies, and that's depending on their reserves, and you can tell how strong they are by their ratings. So any company you're going to do with, when I deal with people in their homes, I bring that with me. If I'm going to show them how certain products work, I want them to understand that it's a strong company as well. So in person or in real life, I provide all these things. So I talk about it a lot. Insurance products, that's one of their advantages. They have leverage and safety and guarantees in many places. Financial products, not so much. So what do I mean when I say leverage? Let's get right to an example. If you put $100,000 straight into a life insurance policy, I've never seen an instance where you don't get more than that in a face value. It depends on your age. It depends on your health. But the face value is the tax-free benefit that goes to your family. So conceptually, you put $1 in, you get more out. That's, the basis of insurance, and the amount that comes out is tax-free. So if you put, sorry about that, if you put $100,000 in, let's say you get $120,000 face value. That works out. There's a benefit there. That's what I mean by leverage. However, there's even a more extreme example of leverage. Let's say you're paying $1,000 a year for that same $100,000 face value policy. Maybe you make 2 years payments, $2,000, car accident, you pass, your family gets $100,000 income tax free. That's 50 times what you put in. That is most certainly a great example of leverage. On the annuity side, if you give a company $100,000, and if that company, based on your age and the current circumstances economically, like bond prices, let's assume they offer you a 7% payout of your money. 7 times 14, 98%. So in a little over 14 years, theoretically, you're going to get your money back, maybe another year or two to get any earnings back. The nice part is within income annuities, there is a rider, which is actually an insurance policy. And for 1% of your income base every year, you have an insurance policy. And it's for that day when you have received back all of your money. Not the company, you. You've received all your money back except for those 1% fees, and now your account's empty and the insurance kicks in. And that 7% payout number stays the same. Now you've had a return of all of your money. Let's say in year 15 and 16, you actually get the rider fees back. Now you're 100% whole. Well, in those next years, you continue to get that same amount paid, and that becomes a return on your investment. So my dad's already had his 15 years. I assume he's had a return of his investment. And as he continues from 92 years old to 105, he has the chance to get more, and that becomes a return on your investment, which, makes you a pretty smart investor. So that's just a little bit about annuities. But the best part is that little tiny insurance policy inside. They charge you fees for it, but the fees end when your account goes to zero, which you hope it does, because you hope you're healthy for 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, and then it was a good plan. It was a great protection plan. You insured your income against ever running out, which is what you've been doing with your home and your health and probably your life, your whole life. But somehow people aren't as aware that it's important, or that they're even able to ensure an income that will continue no matter what. So that's the whole thing there. That's leverage, safety. Everything I said is on the contractual obligation side of insurance companies. That's based, as I said, on their claims paying ability. A little bit about the size of some of these companies, just to put your mind at ease. Insurance companies have been handling pension payouts for your parents and our grandparents for a very long time. Absolutely critical in the pension world. New York Life, I believe, 900 million, almost $1 trillion in pension retirement funds. They have been around since 1841, very strong ratings. They're the largest in the US. MetLife, Metropolitan Life, been around since 1868, even before Snoopy. One of my favorites, Prudential's out there, The Rock, the oldest Presbyterian Ministers Fund, started in 1759. I believe it was the first insurance company paying lifetime annuities. So you got the payment no matter how long you lived. It was for Presbyterian ministers, technically still around. In 2002, it was purchased by Nationwide. So that gives you a little bit. Some of the companies I deal with, you may have heard, one that you may have heard of, Athene, Athene. They're over $400 billion in assets now, top ratings by all the ratings organizations. So that's who I deal with. Very rarely would I ever have a reason to deal with even a B plus rated company. There are wonderful choices of A rated companies. There are some companies that I would consider small, 30 billion, and they're also A rated. They do the same quality of business, just on a lower volume. Um, that's all. So just a little peace of mind there, a little understanding why I feel comfortable. As I said in another video, guaranteed income annuities using pools. So 10,000 people expected to die at 79 and a half. Some die early. Their income credits help the people that live longer. Been around since the 1600s. Not too good to be true. Definitely something to consider. It's certainly a benefit to your children if you don't spend all your money and wind up getting more. So you put $1 into an annuity and you get $2 out theoretically. Well, that second dollar was one you did not spend out of other assets. So that's what I mean. Leverage, not just for you, but for your heirs, your children. And then these plans and products that I use are so simple. I want you to explain them to your children so they can do it for your grandchildren. Now you understand, gee, if I can get a lifetime of income out of a smaller amount, anything that's left can go to my heirs, and we start building wealth. The next thing, we're going to the best colleges, or maybe your grandchildren are paying cash for cars or houses even. That's how things get started. Leverage. Not spending all your money, passing it on, and it grows. If you throw it in a Roth, it can grow tax-free. So those are the things I talk about. My information's on the website. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope I see you in the other videos. Take care.